live. It's live. It's live. It's live. So this is number 81, YouTube live yoga routine. Here to fix my curtain. Sorry. I'm sorry. So today, before we begin, I want to share this book. The book is called, what's the book called? The Surrender Experiment. And this is chapter 13, the experiment of a lifetime. And what this section is about this guy creating a new practice. And it's a progress of what he's sharing in this book. It's a great book. And part of his practice that he's starting to incorporate in his life is acceptance and quieting down the chatter of the mind and just letting go of what's happening. Letting go of things that you can't control. And he explains that this happens when he meditates. This is basically what he explains. But when he gets off the pillow or meditation pillow, the mind starts racing again, in a sense. Starts racing again. The monkey mind, right? And he's trying to figure out why. And what he started doing is taking his practice in a way, he doesn't say this in the book, but he's taking his practice and using it in the real world, which we're trying to learn on the yoga mat and how I teach yoga. We're learning acceptance on the yoga mat, gaining that acceptance on the yoga mat. And then when you're off the yoga mat in the real world, or the so-called real world, you continue this mindset. So this is on page 54. And this starts in the middle of it. So I try to give a little layout in the beginning. So I started this new practice with something very simple, the weather. Could it really be so hard to just let it rain when it rains and be sunny when it's sunny without complaining about it? Apparently, the mind can't do it. This is the mind speaking, his mind. Why did it have to rain today? It always rains when I don't want it to. It had all week to rain. It's just not fair. Then he says, I simply replaced all that meaningless noise with, look how beautiful it's raining. I found these practices of acceptance very powerful. And they definitely served to quiet the mind. So I decided to push the envelope and broaden the range of events I would learn to accept. I clearly remember deciding that from now on, if life was unfolding in a certain way, and the only reason I was resisting it was because of personal preference, I would let go of my preference and let life be in charge. He says, I would let go of my preference, thinking of what he wants, and let life be in charge. So that's all I wanted to share. And we're just going to do the original routine like we did yesterday, which is you're getting in the mountain pose, centering yourself, accepting where you are. And just like a mountain, you're becoming one with the earth, because we are one with the earth. And you're becoming stable, just like the mountain, because it's one with the earth. Then we're going to go into 4 sun salutations, standard sun salutations. Excuse me. And that time, you're going to focus on the breathing. You're going to focus on your breathing the entire time, but these are going to be movements. And then when you're focusing on the breathing in these movements, the movements become not just simple movements anymore. They're becoming a moving meditation. Then we'll do the mountain pose again, tree, and then we're going to go into easy pose, wind down, and close it up with a yoga seal. So Let's go ahead and begin. We're going to go to mountain pose. Feet are shoulder width apart. Toes come up. Spread the toes as wide as you can. Each toe touches the floor, one at a time. Knees are bent. Hips are tilted. No tension in the arms or the shoulders. And your focus is on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but the breathing. And in the mountain pose, what you're doing is trying to line up the bones where the skeleton is just standing. So there's no tension anywhere. Just the skeleton is standing. And you're just going to focus on the breathing. And bring the palms together. Thumbs go to the heart center. Push the arms out, up and back, going up and back. Just keep the symbolic hand gesture of the prayer. Hands can go out if you like. Inhaling. Then exhale as you exhale. Hinge forward from the lower back. And then you're just going to go into ragdoll. With ragdoll, you're not pulling yourself down. You're just accepting where you're going. So the arms are dangling. The head is dangling. No tension anywhere. Just accept where the body goes. If you're up like this, and that's where you're going, that is fine. That's where you are, and that's what you're accepting. Palms to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. Arch the back, raise the head. Inhale slowly. And then exhale. As you exhale, pull yourself in. Push all the air out. Pull yourself down and in at the same time. And arch the back, raise the head. Inhale. Just do the best you can. And then exhale, pull yourself in and down. Push all the air out. And again, arch the back, raise the head. Inhale. And exhale, pull yourself in and down. Palms to the sides of the feet. Left leg is back into a low lunge. With a low lunge, top of the foot to the floor in the back, knees to the floor, hips are square, and they're pushing forward diagonally. Back is straight, maybe arched. You're to your palms, maybe to your fingertips, or maybe you're up higher. Wherever you are, just make sure the front knee is not going over the toe. If it is, you need to lengthen up some and just focus on the breathing. Now with the back foot, curl the toes under, knee goes up, high lunge, settle here for a second or two, then move into the downward dog. Downward dog, you're pushing into it, arms are straight, legs are straight. Let me fix my shirt. Tailbones go to the ceiling, heels are going towards the floor, and you're pushing into this pose. So you're pushing right to the spot right before you feel like, man, I shouldn't go any further. Find that spot, settle there, and focus on the breathing. Just let the head dangle, no tension in the neck. And then you can slide into the upper dog, drop down to the knees and the chest, you slide up. The upper dog, tops of the feet are to the floor, palms are to the floor. If you don't want to do this pose, just go to hands and knees or the small cobra. With the small cobra, you're using your back muscles, so you're pulling up. No pressure on the hands. The hands are touching the floor, but you're not using them in the small cobra. And just focus on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but the breathing. Now back to downward dog, pushing into it. Really push into it, but you're not pushing past where you can go. Just accept where you are and focus on the breathing. You're going to bring the left foot up between the hands into a low lunge. With a low lunge, top of the foot to the floor in the back, knees to the floor. Hips are square, pushing forward diagonally. Back is straight, maybe arched. You're to your palms, maybe to your fingertips. Maybe you're up higher. Maybe you're like this. Wherever you are, just make sure the front knee is not going over the toe. If it is, lengthen up some and just focus on the breathing. Now the back foot, curl the toes under, knee goes up, high lunge, just settle here for a second or two. Then move into the standing forward bend. Pull yourself in and down. Just focus on the breathing. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Exhale, and palms out, push it down and out. And again, inhale, exhale, hinge forward, put yourself in and down. And in this pose, you're letting yourself breathe. So you're pulling yourself in and down, but you're still letting yourself breathe. When you inhale, the belly swells with air. Let yourself be pushed out. And when you exhale, the belly goes in. You pull yourself back in. Let yourself move. Let the belly move you. And you're focusing on the breathing, but aware of that movement. Palms to the sides of the feet. Right leg is back into a low lunge. The low lunge, top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward diagonally, back is straight, maybe arched. You're to your palms, maybe to your fingertips. Again, maybe you're up like this. But wherever you are, you want to make sure the front knee is not going over the toe. And if it is, you need to lengthen up. Just focus on the breathing. With the back foot, curl the toes under, knee goes up, high lunge, settle here for a second or two. Then move into the downward dog, pushing into it, arms are straight, legs are straight, tailbones go to the ceiling, heels towards the floor. You're really pushing into it. Now you're pushing to the spot right before you feel like you can go. So the tailbones going to the ceiling, heels towards the floor, that's stretching the legs, right? And you're pushing into it. And if your eyes are open, and if they're not, open your eyes, look at the toes, and get the face towards the toes. Then just accept where you are. Slide into the upward dog, or modify it how you have to. Maybe you're doing the small cobra, or hands and knees. Wherever you are, just accept it, and just focus on the breathing. Back to downward dog. Pushing into it, focusing on the breathing. You're accepting where you are. Now right foot is up between the hands to a low lunge. With a low lunge, top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor, hips are square, and they're pushing forward diagonally. Back is straight, maybe arched to your palms, maybe to your fingertips, or maybe you're up higher. But wherever you are, make sure the front knee not going over the toe. If it is, you need to lengthen up. And then just accept where you are and focus on the breathing. Now with the back foot, curl the toes under, knee goes up, high lunge. Then move into the standing forward bend. Pull yourself in and down. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale, exhale. We're going to do two more. Inhale, and just focus on the breathing. Exhale, hinge forward, lower back, palms go to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs, pull yourself in and down, focus on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but the breathing. Palms to the sides of the feet, left leg is back into a low lunge, so you're opening up here. And just focusing on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but the breathing. Then high lunge, then downward dog, pushing into it, focusing on the breathing. Upward dog, modify it how you have to. Focusing on the breathing. Downward dog, pushing into it. Left foot is up, between the hands, low lunge. Opening up and feeling open. Even if you're closed up a little bit and you're like this, because that's where you are, you're leaning a little bit, feel open. For you, that's open. You're tapping into your feeling of feeling open for your body. High lunge, then standing forward bend. Pull yourself in and down. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale, hinge forward from the lower back, palms go to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. Pull yourself in and down, focusing on the breathing. Palms to the sides of the feet. Right leg is back into a low lunge. Again, opening up, feeling opened. You just focus on the breathing. High lunge. Downward dog, pushing into it. Fix my shirt. My shirt punches up, so I gotta always fix it. And upward dog. Modify it how you have to. Downward dog. Right foot's up between the hands. Low lunge, opening up. Feeling opened. Just focus on the breathing. High lunge. You're standing forward bend. Pull yourself in and down. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. And palms out, push your down and out. Exhale. Back to mount pose. On mount pose, again, toes are up. Spread the toes as wide as you can. Each toe touches one at a time. Knees are bent, hips are tilted. No tension in the arms or the shoulders. And again, you're trying to find a spot where the skeleton is standing, wherever that is. Everyone's going to be different. Just focus on the breathing. Now we're going to do the tree. So left foot is up. And then you're going to modify this how you have to. So if you need to bring the toe down to the floor like this, that's what you do. If you need to go to the wall, you're wobbling back and forth. Keep your hand on the wall. Off, back, off, and that's what you're going to do. You're going to accept where you are. So if you're wobbling, it's fine. It's where you are. That's what we're learning, acceptance. So left knee is back, palms together, symbolic hand gesture of the where the index fingers are pointing out, thumbs together, or the thumbs overlap. The left thumb overlapping the right. So arms are up, inhale, and then just focus on the breathing here. And then just focus on the breathing. Focus on the breathing. Very important. And when you're focused on the breathing, you're aware of what's going on in the body. You're aware of you wobbling, if that's what's happening. You're aware of, hey, man, I'm doing this pretty good. You're aware of that stuff, but you're not focused on it. Just focus on the breathing. I'm not going to stay here long. Then go ahead and release. And then you're going to do the other tree. So toes come up, spread the toes. Each toe touches one at a time. Right foot is up. Again, modify the pose. Whoa, see, I almost fell. Modify the pose how you have to. So right knee is back. Square up the shoulders as much as you can. Symbolic hand gesture. Inhale, going up. And then just focus on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but the breathing. So don't judge yourself. Don't be like, oh man, I can't do it. Or man, I wish I could do it. Let go of that mindset. We're not doing that. We're accepting. That's what you're learning. And just focus on the breathing. You're not focused on that stuff. Now you are aware of it. But that's the mindset we're learning, is to focus on the breathing, and that makes you aware of what's going on. And then go ahead and release. And check it out. Now, I'm going to go to easy pose. If you're on a mat, you're going to go to the back of the mat. I go here just because I have to be in front of the camera. I don't have to be. I could go sit behind the camera if I want. It's my video. Just joking. Just joking. Okay. So, I'm going to go to easy pose. With the easy pose, it's the modification of the lotus. Just get comfortable. Back is straight, hands to your knees. Maybe you're in your lap. Maybe they're in your lap. Or you're leaning back like this. Maybe you're like this. Maybe it's too much on your lower back. Or maybe you're leaning like this. Wherever you are, maybe you're on a wall. Just accept it. You want to get comfortable here. Now, there are yoga instructors, and there's nothing wrong with this, that make you stay in the uncomfortable position. That's not what we're doing. We're getting comfortable and accepting where we are. So if you're leaning a little bit because you have a major issue here, that's where you are, because then you're going to focus on the breathing. That allows you to focus on the breathing, which makes you aware of what's going on in the back. Then eventually you'll move up. There's many ways to do it. And if you want to do it where you're sitting up, you can do that too. But sometimes it's too much for some people. Then you can tilt the head to the right ears to the right shoulder, left shoulder's down, back is straight. The focus is on the breathing, which makes you aware of the stretch on the left side of the neck, makes you aware of what's going on in the body. But you're not focused on that, you're focusing on the breathing. Focusing on the breathing just heightens your awareness. Bring the head back to center, tilt the head to the left ear is to the left shoulder. Right shoulder is down, shoulders level, back is straight. And then just focus on breathing. Bring the head to center. Tilt the head back. This time you're not drawing the head back, you're reaching up with the chin. And just focus on the breathing. And bring the chin down to the chest, back straight. It's easy to bring the chin down to the chest and roll the back. You want to keep the back as straight as you can. And just focus on the breathing. Bring the head to center. The neck rolls, drop the head to the right. Head drops down and around. You're exhaling. And as the head goes up and back, you're inhaling. Again, you're focusing on this breathing. And you're aware of what's going on in the body. So you're aware of this movement. You're aware of what's being stretched. You're aware of what's going on in the lower back, in your knees, maybe your foot. When the head goes to the top, you're going to reverse, but you're not focused on that. You're focusing on the breathing just heightens your awareness, makes you know what's going on in the body and around you. And that focus actually is what allows the mind and body to connect, which is oneness. And that is yoga. So when the head goes to the top, you bring yourself to center. And shoulders to the ears, back, down, around, same thing. Shoulders going up, inhaling. As the shoulders go back and down, you're exhaling. You're linking this movement with the breathing. And then when the shoulders go to the ears, you're going to reverse. Exhale as you go down. Inhale as you go up. Focusing on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but the breathing. When the shoulders go to the ears, bring yourself to center. Trunk rotations, dropping down to the right, down and around. As you go down, you're exhaling, the back is straight, and you're reaching out. As you're coming up, you're inhaling. And again, you're focusing on the breathing, letting the breathing and this movement link allows your mind to accept it as a moving meditation. Then the trunk goes to the top. You're going to reverse, exhale as you go down and around, inhale as you go up. And don't judge it. Don't think, hey, I'm not going down too far enough. Or don't even do the other way. Like, hey, man, I'm doing this perfectly. Let go of that mindset. Just accept. Let go of the mindset of judgment. Let go of the mindset of control. So, I'm going to say stop. Go ahead and stop. Sorry. Now, half spinal twist. Left hand is on the right knee. Right arm is up. Pull yourself up. So think of the spine and reach up. Then you twist. Palm goes to the floor and on the back. Arm is straight. And it's against the back. The head is twisting, and you're focused on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. That heightens your awareness of what's going on in the body. But you're not focused on what's going on in the body. You're just focusing on the breathing. Release, center. You go to the other side. So right hand's on the left knee, left arm is up. Pull yourself up. Think of the spine. Pull yourself up. Then twist. Palm goes to the floor and on the back. Arm is straight and is against the back. Make sure the head is twisting and focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. And go ahead and release back to center. And back is straight. So wherever you are, if you're back like this, wherever you are, you're just going to watch yourself breathe. Now you're already breathing automatically, but you're just going to watch it. So when you inhale, the belly swells with air. Then when you exhale, the belly goes in. You're going to notice that, and you're just going to watch it. Or bring your focus to the tip of the nose. The air goes in, and the air goes out. As you inhale and exhale, you just watch it. You're already breathing automatically. But what is natural is that when we bring our focus to the breathing, we start to control it. Let go of the mindset of control. Don't control your breathing. Just let yourself breathe and just watch it. Reach behind you, grab the left wrist with the right hand. You're going to lean forward for the yogic seal. So the forehead's going down towards the floor, or to the floor. And you're sealing in all the benefits of the yoga poses, keeping the peace that you gained through the rest of the day. Go ahead and bring yourself back up. Hands go back in front. Just going to stay here a little bit longer. Just watch yourself breathe. Think of nothing else but the breathing. Then you will start to think about other things. And when you realize, hey, I'm thinking about something else, don't judge it. Just bring your focus back to the breathing. Bring the palms together. That's it. That's it. So that is number 81, YouTube Live yoga routine. And that was about acceptance, the thing I read in the beginning. Yoga is always about acceptance. That's one thing that we're learning on the yoga mat. Again, other instructors teach it differently, and that's fine too, because that's part of acceptance. If another instructor does it another way, it's not wrong. It's just acceptance. But what I'm focusing on is more of the meditative state of yoga and learning a mindset on the mat. So you're learning the mindset of acceptance. Have a routine where you learn a mindset of strength. You know, you're taking these qualities off and applying them in the real world. There's a door here, that's what I'm saying, in the real world. And so-called real world. And you learn acceptance with yourself, in the world that's around you, with others, with the rain, just like I read in the beginning. Just accepting. Now, again, like I said last time, that doesn't mean you don't, hey, that doesn't mean you just let somebody bully you or take you over or control you. That's not the type of acceptance I'm talking about. I'm talking about things that you can't control. And you can't control the rain. But maybe you can. In Pennsylvania, I think it was Pennsylvania, you can control the snow or skiing. Say other things about controlling the weather, but that's another video. Anyway, so namaste, peace and love. I'll see you tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. Arizona time, Mountain Standard Time. Peace and love.